Good day and good evening and welcome back to Savage Mount Farm. Question mark? With me, Chaiji, but you can just call me Kai. So tonight, the rematch with Athena. Last time we spent like 3.5, 4 hours trying to beat her with no success. I think we got to caloric theory once or twice. And we didn't really do it well, because when we did see it, it was usually like someone was dead. And that's basically like an auto fail on that whole mechanic. And if she as much as thinks about starting the mechanic, then she's not going to die until she's finished. So basically, we're probably not skipping it. To skip it, we would have to like actually kill her before it even starts. If we quote-unquote kill her before that, that just means, like, rather, during caloric theory, but after she started it, then it basically means that we don't have to worry about attacking anymore. It could be argued that if it's too hard and she's really close to death, that you could just stop attacking during caloric theory and just focus on the mechanic, and then just we'll get back to that, because the thing that follows after should be relatively manageable. But we'll see when we get there, right? So before I get too quick of the trigger at anything, first off, hey Nox, hey Kasari, hey Telema, hey Sele, hey Raging Bull, hey Naomi, hey Shorakai, hey Freelife, hey Jin Monica, hey Fern, hey Lana, hey Silvermint, hey Zeros, hey Ridlian, hey Bob, hey Matthew, hey Kat, hey Ross, and hey Amy. I hope you're all doing very well. Second thing is, we're going to try and fill with as many players from last time as possible. I know that Nox should not be available, and Aradel had something that came in the way. So that means that even if everyone from last time showed up, we would still need 2 replacements. I also know that Raging Bull has offered to, I don't know if Raging Bull has offered to straight up help, but Raging Bull has offered some markers that are more accurate than mine, and some macros. So that's a good start. But before we get to that, something... in Danish, we call it tragikomisk, like tragicomical. Thing that happened to me is that Tuesday, like a few hours after the stream, my game crashed, which is never fun. It at least crashed with a classic DirectX error, which is better than it just closing like it has done in the past with the other CPU. But it crashed while I was doing something really specific. Like, so specific that you'd probably not do it normally. Which means that it is something you all could try yourself if you want to. My guess it is something with my game files, so I might be able to fix it locally. But if it's something that's happening for everyone, then it could be like an error that is actually in the game at the present because of its random nature. The reason why I can pinpoint what it is because I tried doing it a few more times on the Tuesday and it didn't happen again. I tried on the Wednesday and it didn't happen again. But then today I tried, and on the first try it crashed again by me doing exactly that. What I did, and I'm not going to do it just in case it crashes again, but I'm going to explain to you how I did it. So in the bottom right, you can see that there is like the various menu buttons. The exclamation mark, the duty button, I pressed that one. Then I grabbed the timer line. So you know how in the menus, if you like click and hold, you can drag them and they become buttons you can place on your hotbars. I was trying to open my achievements menu. I don't remember why, but I don't have a. But important part is I don't have a keybind for that, so I had to like click it down there. But I clicked the duty button, missed, and then I clicked the timer, which right above where achievement should be. Realized that that I missed, dragged it down to click the character button, which is to the left of it, and the game crashed. Like that. So, clicked the duty button, dragged the timer, clicked character, and it crashed. It looks like Cat also crashed. Oh, boy. Okay. Sorry. So, Cat and Ymir just crashed, and Dark Phoenix also crashed. So as I said, tragicomical is that it can crash. Now, an additional note to this. Look, I'm just saying, Fern, I preempted this by saying I'm not going to do it because it might crash, and I don't want my game to crash. But I was going to explain it so that we might have a little bit more data if anyone wanted to try, and some people tried. So what I noticed is that I still had Windows Quick Start enabled yesterday, which meant that technically it only crashed this way once on that PC's whole like startup, which was like Tuesday night, and it crashed again today because I turned off Quick Startup. So it was technically the first time I tried to do this since the PC started. It crashed. And it didn't crash after that, which means that I should be safe to do it now. But I'm not going to. But I'm pretty glad to know, and also sad to know simultaneously, that it happens for some other people. So it's not just me. I was sitting here thinking I needed to repair my game files. But if it's actually something that is happening for other people, it might be a... Oh, Agent Monica also crashed from it. And Dark Phoenix is Wait, what? Agent Monica managed to do it on a PlayStation? Okay, then in that case, I think we're onto something. But I'm telling you, every time I had made it crash, the first thing I did after restarting the game was try and do it again, and it was fine. Maybe report it. I would have to look into doing that later, because I'm streaming right now. But if anyone else is like in the swing of knowing how to like bug report, go for it. You can have this one. You can even, like, if it helps, you can even direct to this stream where they can basically see live like 2 or 3 players just crashing on stream from doing what is explained. But yeah, it is so specific that it was perfectly repeatable, right? It is easy to perform, but it's also such a random action that like this could technically have been a problem for like a year, and no one happened to do this exact sequence of button presses. You can do it straight from the pause menu and support desk. That's true, but I would probably want to write this report like on my own. So wait, what is it that crashes you, Dark Phoenix? Dragging something and clicking anything in the menu? Like, is it just drag element from menu and click another menu element and it crashes? Drag any duty button element and click on the character menu. I mean, I feel like Dark Phoenix has done the most extensive testing here, so they would be able to make the most elaborate report if they want to. But that is... And yeah, exactly, Sally. But see, the thing is, Sally, DirectX 11 crash report is... Like, let me put it like this. If your game crashes, it will typically report either gibberish, sometimes in Japanese, or it'll say something about DirectX 11. And it can be anything. Some players have reported that it is when your GPU is overwhelmed with 3D box elements or something like that. But it could be anything. When it says that it is DirectX 11, it could be anything. Even though it says it's DirectX 11. Like how I've said that when my CPU was dying, my PC was saying, it's the GPU, it's the hard drive, it's your RAM. It was basically pointing everywhere, blaming everyone. And sometimes it would blame the CPU. So, exactly, DirectX 11 is crashes as basically, it could be anything. I don't know. But now that I know this, I feel a lot more comfortable again, because the thing is, when my game crashes, the first thing my super paranoid mind says to me is, then I'm never safe. It could crash at any moment. But now that Dark Phoenix has figured out exactly how the problem works, now I know, be careful with the duty button for a bit. That is absolutely hilarious, actually. Right, so back to where we were. Thank you all for entertaining this weird test. Hello, Dunker. Hey, Gazel. Hey, Aumi. Hey, Dark Phoenix. Hey, Fupoof. Did I say hey to her? Hey to Fern? I think I did. Hey, Real Ninja Brain. I think that's everyone. I hope you're doing well. Maybe make keybinds for the stuff in there. Most of the things I need in there are keybound, but now that you mention it, I often use the timer button. Dark Phoenix says, and suddenly I can't replicate it anymore. Based on my tests, you could genuinely just try to restart your PC and go again. But that is still a lot enough that, like, it's something that can be replicated. Also, hey ZipZap, I think I forgot you. I hope you're doing well. Right, so reiterating what was going over before is last time we needed a lot of people. Oh, also thank you, Amy also sent me the crash message. That is exactly the one that I got, I'm pretty sure. But yeah, a lot more comfortable now that I know my game was crashing for something that isn't me. But yeah, last time it was really tough. So to try and reduce the amount of reprog we need, we probably need it all anyway, I will try to invite the people that was there last time. I could also imagine that, who knows, maybe it'll take the whole stream before we get to see a single mount. So if you already know that it's like, well, I have to go in like an hour, then it's probably not optimal. But to start, let me invite the people that were there last time. And obviously the game plan is to try and get as many mounts as possible. I'm sorry, Amy, it's like, I'm trying to make sure everyone gets mounts. That's the game plan. I wish I could bring everyone. It's just, it's a very hard fight. So, didn't you mention needing 2 people? I know, Emir, but do you take people who don't have the kill yet with you too? These 6 people we have here, which includes me, do not have a kill. So yeah, last time I believe we had 8 out of 8 needing the mount. Specifically, Raging Bull offered to bring a lot of help, at least. No worries, Agent Monica. But yeah, the game plan is try and get the fight down, get as many mounts of the people in the group as possible, and once everyone has mounts, if there's more time, we of course, try like we've done before to cycle people to get additional mounts. But I imagine what's going to happen is we don't actually get mounts for everyone because the fight is really hard. We'll get some mounts, and then next time we'll continue. So, with that said, I believe Copper Sulfate is experienced with this. I don't remember where Radeb Tafhan's name attaches to the stream chat. So I don't recognize the name. So I don't know if they also have a lot of experience. Looking at our party composition, we would either want a ranged physical or, like, it doesn't matter. I don't think that 1% is going to make a huge difference. Or a melee, optimally. That's poof, right. In that case, the best option here would probably be Copper Sulfate. And just to be clear, Copper Sulfate, it's not a requirement to be a helper to have the mount. It's just we want to get some clears so some people can get mounts. So more experienced players would make that magic happen faster. So I think we'll go with this. And I assume, based on what people have said, everyone in the party needs the mount. If you already have the mount, do mention it. It helped, but I'm level 96. Ah, man. Also, hey, Cole. Hope you're doing well. And hey, Darth JF. Hope you're doing well as well. Is it that bad, Cole? Is it actually that bad? It's better than AR. I mean, that is pretty good, I would say. Depending on who you ask, of course. Especially because I believe some people have said that it was worse than AR. Hey, Haunted Mask. Hope you're doing well. Dun 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 dun. Man, I'm really glad that some of you actually entertained my my crash test there. That does strangely relieve me a lot of concern. that it wasn't just me being insane. Oh, do you need a moment, Copper? Yeah, exactly, Agent Monica. I'm also shocked that the crash also happened on PlayStation 5. Like, that's like the smoking gun. Then it's not like, oh, well, it's because your GPU is specifically that, or... Plus there's no dancer. I think we'll be fine, but I was considering switching to dancer. First, let me just save these. The only reason dancer would be quote-unquote needed was because we don't have a ranged physical at all. We don't need one. Hey, Obasan. Hope you're doing well. But yeah, we don't have a dancer, so... What's the pull timer we need? I think 10 seconds should be fine for everyone. Is that right? Right. Actually, I think I'll be able to make do with the low-quality food for this. It's probably fine. Why did I try to eat materia? Materia. Delicious, delicious materia.
Show me your all, that I might become divinity manifest.
Thank you, Peter. Hope you're doing well.
From nothing I mold life. You cannot escape my eternal gaze.
Oh yeah, right. She hits hard after that. Lucky me, I didn't have to dodge the laser, I always forget. I saw the laser, didn't get hit, look at the chat, Nox, don't forget the laser. That's amazing. I was just lucky. Like, I wasn't moving, I was like looking, as I was like, wait, I feel like I forgot something. I certainly forgot something there. I also forgot something there. Yep, I need to review some things myself, I think. Dude, that was close! That was close! Right, we have some relative positions for the Super Chain Theory 1. So the quick reminder for that is if your light party 1 for the first donut circle thing in Super Chain Theory 1, if your light party 1 run over to the location, look at the boss and then lean left. If you're melee, then lean forward. If you're ranged, lean backward. If you're not sure whether it's pairs or spreads, it's better to go for the spread position because it's survivable to take the pair alone. But it is not survivable to take the spreads overlapping, which I think is what happened. And if it is spreads, it's melee, tank, healer, ranged. So melee in the front, ranger in the back, and it's still lean left and then you lean forward. So like melee leans further forward and ranged leans further backwards. This kind of resolves itself. There's also like north, south, east, west positions, but because they're boss relative, or position relative, that's going to confuse people more than help, which is why I'm giving this like rather weird explanation. New way to describe a mullet. Then, after that initial explosion, if you have a blue debuff, when you go to the second donut, you lean left. If you have a blue person debuff, I believe. If you have a red person debuff, you lean to the right. You can also see in the debuff icon itself that the light one will lean to the left and the red one will lean to the right. The light one is blue or light, the red one is red or dark. If you instead have a laser in that same space, then you go opposite. And it should also look a little bit like the blue laser shooting to the right and the red laser shooting to the left to sort of help you. I believe there's also some players that get targeted with circle AoEs and some... let's see, what is it? 2 players will place towers, and the laser players will have to intercept the those towers. And you do that by just leaning the same direction, I believe, as you did in the first of those like light blue explosions. The ones that don't have either of those have to get out of there because they're going to produce a spread AoE on them. And you know the worst part, Kasari, is that that's the one thing I don't think we can skip. Did P12S Phase 1 also have limit cut? Pandemonium, also known as here, limit cut. Oh, it is opposite day. Oh, that's really convenient for me. Oh, that's... looks like a problem. Did y'all see it? That looks like a problem. Hey Yannick, hope you're doing well. I've got the laser. Technically, the lasers didn't appear because we wiped it before that. Like the first laser that is pointing at me is not the one that I need to that I need to forget to remember. It's the ones coming from behind me that shoots across 2 lines. Which happened after we had already lost.
Show me your all, that I might become divinity.
Hey Razor, hope you're doing well. I mold life. Life can be shaped, molded. Oh, it's opposite day again. Mold shapes itself. It's pure skill, everyone. It's straight up, it's just raw, pure skill. Now, that there... Hey, my favorite guy. Hope you're doing well. We are using Big Kobe's Unsynced strat. Just a quick reminder, the reason why I send a Reddit check at every poll is because it is the way that in my groups we communicate if someone does not know what to do. You just click no, and then you like start explaining what the problem is, what it is you don't get. So, and I use that so that we don't sit there in silence waiting for someone to say something. I just send a ready check, and then if everyone says yes, then we go for it. So if you see the ready check, but you're like, I'm not actually ready, then guess what? You click no. I'm nothing. I mold life.
You cannot escape my eternal
In this sea of H2O molecules, I find water when I put my hand out to grab it. Weird, right? I have a theory that I can create new souls from nothing. All I need is a sea of souls around me. Then it works. Just trust me, bro. It'll work. Blarg! Oh, nice, Agent Monica. Fantastic. Just checking to be sure. Light debuff has to grab the Dark Tower, yes? Yes, okay. At Dark Laser. Correct. So but I had the light debuff, right? I was supposed to take the Dark Tower, right? Tip says, I was also confused why you were running from me, Kai. I wasn't actually sure if it was pair or spreads, and as I said beforehand, technically pairs is livable, so if you're not sure, then do spreads. If you're not sure, just do spreads, because pairs is solo livable. Whatever side you took the laser on is the side you take the tower on. So I was supposed to take the light tower even though I had a light debuff? Like the thing that was happening on my end, Cole, is that I assumed that people mixed up the positions. So I was trying to be flexible. The laser versus debuffs. Just to be clear, I'm assuming that the tower was at the wrong spot. Now I am very confused. Right, exactly, that's what I was thinking, Haunted Mask. I'm guessing the towers were positioned weirdly. But yeah, the game plan is that the towers are placed, you know, so that it makes sense. And then, like, the lasers just, like, lean the same way as they did earlier. Manifest! The difference between understanding what you need to do and why you need to do it, I guess.
From nothing, I mold life. You cannot escape my eternal gaze.
I'm expecting to get... Right, the lasers. I forgot the lasers. I'm expecting to get memed by Squeenix RNG very soon. Given how many times I've gotten the tether. Yeah, I'm expecting to get blocked. Okay, so a quick reminder. Oh, actually, Naomi, Super Bolide, you might be able to do this. Super Bolide, get her! If you have, actually, do you have Super Bolide? I think you used it in the opener. You might be able to do this.
Today, my theory
uh-oh.
shall be proven as fact.
Slam the defensives, this is gonna hurt. Ah! So close. So let me just, what I was about to say is remember after the circle donut or donut circle at the end, if you didn't have the laser and you don't have the tower, be gone. You have to get away, because anyone who's near you will die. You can't just hang out in the middle. If you're ranged, preferably lean back. If you're melee, I don't know, run over to the other side of the bus. Free Life says, what are the 6 balls on the right? That is the Astral Soul gauge. It counts my Fire Force, so I can use Flare Star. It's okay, Naomi, I'm not blaming you. You tried. You tried. Imagine, the tank happened to survive by some means, and because they didn't make it, due to something that was out of their control, suddenly it's their fault, right? But yeah, remember, if you didn't get a tower debuff and you didn't get a laser, then you have to be gone.
Show me your all, that I might become divinity manifest. From nothing I mold life. You cannot escape my eternal gaze.
Oh, that's neat. That's kind of neat. Yep. Let's get Rust. Keep going. You know, the funny thing is that I was looking at your debuff being like, do I actually remember how to do this if I don't get the tether? And then I saw that your debuff didn't match correctly with mine. I was like, I feel like there's something wrong. And then I see you, like, run for it, and then we wiped. Like, I'm pretty sure this is not right.
Show me your all, that I might become divinity manifest.
Divinity Manifest.
From nothing I mold life. You cannot
Oh,
escape my eternal
the mix-up.
gaze.
Tanks, move! Hey, Buzz, you make up. Hope you're doing well. Yeah, I could imagine, Pozumika. That is part of the reason why I just didn't. The thing is, I guess they could fix that by like making Paradox a separate button, but it wouldn't quite work with the current design because of how Paradox works. But I could see how it would be nice.
Show me your all, that I might become divinity manifest.
The funniest part, Razor, is that I imagine that if I get, like, that once we have these, a lot of us will not use the mount. We'll just have it. We might not use it. That's how it goes with mount collection. Also, hey, Caitlin, hope you're doing well.
From nothing, I mold life. You cannot escape
Another
my
mix-up.
gaze.
Wait, what happened? Huh? 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 But you got the wrong... But how did only one tower explode then? What? Huh? Or was there 2 towers exploding and I only saw one? Thanks, Annie. Hope you're doing well.
Show me your all, that I might become divinity manifest.
And there were multiple things that went wrong from what I can see in the party chat.
From nothing, I mold life. You cannot escape my eternal gaze.
This looks bad. Seize tank die. Guys, I don't think this is gonna work. Sip, you better not miss this ready check too.
Show me your all, that I might become divinity manifest. From nothing, I mold life.
She do be molten.
You cannot escape my eternal gaze.
Oh, whoops. Might be. And yeah, it is Pulse Yumika. The notorious axolotl mount. Right, the laser. That thing. Oof. Is Ross disconnected? Nope.
These chains are forged from the fabric of creation.
I think Rust is having a giga lag spike. Rust says they think they're disconnected. I can see in the chat that you said lag continues.
You cannot escape my eternal gaze.
Just double checking, that spiky ball is spreads, right? Right. Then I was doing it wrong. Go. Hope you're doing well. Escaping the eternal gaze is just my Saturday nights these days. Oh, I think Rust may have forcibly disconnected just now. Or maybe not. Never mind.
Show me your all, that I might become divinity manifest. From
Nice.
nothing I mold life.
Moldy life. Oh.
You cannot escape my eternal gaze.
Oh, nice. Alright, Zelda, enjoy your evening. I almost forgot. Hey Caleb, hope you're doing well. We're still in the opening phase of actually beating the boss, so...
These chains are forged from the fabric of creation.
Oh boy. Oh boy. Ow. Uh-oh. That's not good.
Escape my eternal
Me getting hit by the placement of the tower flipped my debuff. I don't think it was the only thing going wrong, but... Ross is having some mega latency issues. So we'll talk about that for a moment. Oh, nice, Caleb. I hope you enjoy. Yeah, the song is nice. I actually prefer this one over the Phase 2 song. Brilliant, as I generally dread Pandemonium Savage. Synced, it sounds really brutal, yeah. Both P8 and P12 are pretty crazy. If you're doing it unsynced, Rillian, at least, if you're doing it unsynced, then what you'd need to know is at least, what's it, high concept 1. Up to and including. If you're doing it synced, it's probably a good idea to know most of the fight. Because if you're progging it, then most of the raid probably aren't going to be perfect either. So you'll probably see most of it. Possibly. It would be the saddest way to wipe that you just went like, well, I didn't bother to learn the rest. I didn't think I'd need it. Like, there's a difference between I couldn't remember and I didn't even bother, right? My Thunder 3 having an icon of Thunder 1? No, my Thunder 3 has an icon of High Thunder 1, which is a better, even better one. Looks vaguely similar to Thunder 1 now that you mention it, though. High Thunder. It is pretty funny. Thunder 3, its total damage Thunder 3's total damage is 570 potency. That's funny because Fire 4's total potency with Astral Fire 3 is 540. So Thunder 3 is 30 more potency. I believe it's 570. Let me just double check. Yes, 570. It's 30 more potency, and it's instant. But, like, if you ever needed an answer to should you reapply Thunder early just because you need an instant, probably not, if you can avoid it. Rust is back! Wait, easy. No, Fan. Rust had latency issues, so they chose to restart their router. I'm not going to use this knowledge to goof up someone deliberately. I would first of all always lead with "this will crash your game" before explaining what it does. But it would also not, like, meme on people with it. I just needed to know if it was just me. That's all I needed to know, and it's clearly not just me. Not only is it not just me, but it also happens on PlayStation. Oh. Neat. And for those that are like, what is he talking about with crashing the game? If you jump to, like, the start of the stream, I explain it there, and we have a little bit of a laugh about that. Like, right at the start. It's really easy to find it, I think. I might not be in the correct position. Never mind. I was not in the correct position. I was not supposed to be standing in the laser. I might not be in the correct position. Block! Guys, we need to get to phase 2 fast. Rust is still having giga lag. I was probably very late there. What do you think we should do, Rust? Do you think it'll go away, or what would you like? You need to be replaced? Okay. We'll look into that. Do we have anyone at the house ready to replace? Possibly. It does not have to be a tank. We'll figure out the positions. But we will hop out. That would be the saddest way for this to not work. And oh wait, does that also require the confirmation from Rust? No, it does not. And on the one hand, I don't want you to be kicked out for it, but at the same time, you would probably feel like it's your fault if we don't make it work, and it shouldn't be like that. Hey, Aradel, how are you doing? Are you coming in now? Are you logging in now, Aradel? Would you happen to be logging in? Are you back? Are you talking from beyond? From the beyond, also known as IRL land. You're logging in? Oh, well, there we go. We have a replacement. Fantastic. I can go tank, but if someone else actually wants to tank, that's also an option. But I can go tank. The person who goes tank has to be a DPS, because the replacement we're getting is our dancer. Rust is having giga latency problems and themselves said it would be better to replace them. We tried. Also, hey Kay, hope you're doing well. And Pyo, hope you're doing well as well. On a completely random note. Also, hey Vyak, hope you're doing well. Aradel, you remember the game crash thing that I told you about? Turns out that I got I think 4 or 5 people to crash their games by doing the exact same thing. So it's apparently an actual game bug that I ran into and thought it was my game. Or my PC. Apparently it's a widespread bug. Don't try and replicate it right now, we need you in game. But apparently it can crash a PlayStation 5. It was quite funny. I explained how it worked, and then I saw crash, disconnect, disconnect, disconnect on the screen. Double gunbreaker. That also works. So what position did you have before, Kat? There was nothing I could do. I grabbed your mouse, Cat, out of your hands and did it. Oh no, so sorry, Cat, what I meant is what melee position did you have? Several players crashed due to the trick that I explained, Kay. Not everyone, but several did. And I think some that said it didn't happen for me, a few minutes later were like, oh, now I crashed too. So it can happen. Dark Phoenix reported that they crashed 5 times in a row, and then they didn't. When in the stream did that happen? Right at the start. I started with greeting everyone, and then I explained it. So you can also be explained how to do it. I don't try it myself, because I know it would crash my game, very likely. And I'm streaming. I don't have time for that. No, it just crashed the game, Kay. Don't you worry. But yeah, it's right at the start. And you can tell, because like what happens, like I'm standing here explaining it, and then you just see like disconnect icons over here, just ding ding ding. Like multiple players just getting crashed at once. And see, I was explaining that while I was like planning that tomorrow I might have to do like a game repair, which takes a while. But if it's like an inherent problem with the game, then it's not me. But not only that, it means that I don't have to worry about my game crashing as long as I don't do that. Anyone need repairs? Just request me. It's a very generous payment. I would have clicked yes even if you had said put 0 gil in. But yeah, I basically explained how it worked. And then, like, multiple people tested it and found that it was consistent. It works with every menu element, as long as you drag it onto the character menu. But if you drag an item onto another menu first, you won't crash. If you don't crash, if you relog, you can crash again. Oh wow, you really tested this, Dark Phoenix.
From nothing, I mold life. You cannot escape.
Yeah, exactly, Kay. It seems like like, at first I thought that's a pretty innocuous thing, like it's not that bad. You can easily avoid doing that, but based on what Agent Monica just said, that sounds like something that is actually really difficult to avoid doing, like by just playing normally. Drag any menu item onto your onto basically anywhere, and then click the menu again. Then it might crash your game. That's scary. You can drag those from the actions and traits menu. You can, but that seems like something like if it was like a notorious bug that has just been in the game for eons unaddressed. Then it would make sense to just like be like, just don't do that. Just like, you know. But I assume this might be a bug that has come up Tuesday, given how easy it is to reproduce. It's probably something that happened with the hotfixes Tuesday. Ow.
You cannot escape my eternal gaze.
Acceptable. I think we got this. Thank you so much for the super chat, Bob. I hope that that's still an intentional super chat, given that you put test in it. Is something happening, Bob? Thank you so much. But is something happening?
Perhaps. With the heart of Sabik. Yes, the flaws are not mine. This misbegotten world is to blame. Only the hands of a god can fix it. My
Oh, wow. Okay, so that was the test, I think. Thank you so much for the 20 gifted memberships, Bob. That's crazy. Thank you so much. Wow.
I can create well or unmake.
There's a lot of names I recognize. Well, that is weird, Bob. But yeah, thank you so much. That's wild. Right. Anything we need to talk about before we start pulling? Hey, Shaq. Hope you're doing well. Yeah, Bob is awesome. Sorry. Yeah, just to like give a little bit of a how about I draw it. Sip, if you look at the stream real quick for the Gyokos thing, the first one. The first thing she does this, like we have the circular. Maybe I should just do it like this. Supports basically use this half of the arena for their dodges, while the DPS use this half. And yes, that is angled. Does that make sense? Right. It's been a while since we've had paint on stream, I think. You know what doesn't make sense? Windows 11. Agreed, it's weird and wacky. It's just strange. So it wasn't pink? You know, you make an excellent point, Ilana. Unfortunately, Sip, this PC shipped with Windows 11. It's gotten it reinstalled several times because of all the issues. Which has notably not been Windows 11 issues. She will not be denied. Only I can guide the star to its rightful place, which is where exactly?
Denizens of the abyss, from ink of blackest night, I summon you!
Uh-oh. Well, the laser's livable. But I think Ariel found a banana peel. Banana peel, banana peel, banana peel. The heavens bend to her will. I like the way that she like really stretches out the words. The heavens bend to my will.
From base elements is greatness forged.
Like this, I think. Yeah, that's not right.
A god's will cannot be disobeyed.
Remember that your center point is the blue one, and if you have multiple options, you should probably take the other one. Like, if you have multiple options, check if one of them is next to another blue. Yeah, that's not right. Boom. I diagnose you with dead. Is there a checkpoint? This is the checkpoint. This is it, Fern.
I will not be denied. Only I can guide this staff to its rightful place. Denizens of the abyss, from ink of blackest night, I summon you! The heavens bend to my will!
Uh-oh.
From base elements is greatness.
Yeah, something that changes the whole screen quite significantly tends to give it to make the stream kind of whack. No, Sip, you had it right.
A god's will cannot be disobeyed.
Oh, right. Move after the bait. Womp womp.
Misfortune hangs heavy on the prideful. Pour cover for when the heavens fall. The elements flow according to my design.
No. Well, like. I know this is something on my end, Raging Bull, but I just want you to take a moment to take in how your macros look on my end. Just check the stream for a minute. Yeah, so if you've ever had anyone like find your macro completely unhelpful, they probably have timestamps and stuff in their party chat they can't see. And normally if I need to see it, I'll just like yank the chat log out so I can see it, but when it's in the middle of it, I don't think there's anything you can do to fix it, because like you have like this much space. Like it's my problem. It was more just saying it can be very difficult for me to see. And I also shouldn't need it. So, on the west side, just real quick review of what happened. On the west side, I saw 2 people that didn't have a beacon on D. One of them probably had either a wind debuff or had to skedaddle, because you can't have 2 non-beacons on that spot. And yeah, I was standing in the middle because I'm R1 and someone else got a different DPS had a beacon, so they went left. But they didn't reignite. So we had 2 people without a beacon on the left. Either one of them had wind, but then I think they had to stand somewhere else. The point is, if there's 2 people without fire over their head standing there, then one of them has to move. Alright, Bjerg, enjoy your time. And the thing is, Free Live, I think that was something that just happened to be particularly prevalent in Endwalker, for instance. You're just having a quick review of what happened. Okay, I said we were talking, we're trying to do some problem solving in the party chat. We haven't gotten a good puzzle mechanic boss in a long time. To be fair, that's more because the patch cadence in Final Fantasy XIV is pretty slow. So hey, tally ho! Hope you're doing well. But something funny is that earlier today I was watching some like math videos. Are you surprised a mathematician was watching math on YouTube? And then it hit me that a lot of those mechanics where it's like deconstructing how to deal with the mechanic in a really, really specific way, where it's like, and then the DPS find their spot in this way and the supports find it in this way, is sort of like a mechanical, quote-unquote, or a mathematical deconstruction of the mechanic by going, well, if you do it in exactly this way, then you can only choose right. Like, you can only pick correctly if you do it exactly like this. Whereas if you don't do it like that, then there's multiple answers. So like those specific strategies that deconstruct the mechanic in that way, they're basically like, as I said, mechanically deconstructing it, or mathematically deconstructing the mechanic. That's a good point, Joe. Imagine a mechanic where the party has to work together to put together a 1,500 piece jigsaw puzzle. Was that a Matt Parker video? It was not. It was I believe it was Veritasium. It was about well-ordered sets and things like that. Hey Fabric, hope you're doing well. I don't know what that question is supposed to mean. I mean, they made it possible to put the majority of the main cast in, like, swimsuits in Dawntrail, so you can do what you will with that. Very high, just look at Pallas Athena. Wow, you have a point, Couples of Fate. Sorry, I'm just... Remember, you just click no if you're not ready, but I'm just starting to send ready checks because, like, at some point people are just, like, talking about a mechanic, but they are ready to go. Uh-oh. I looked at the mechanic wrong.
The heavens bend to my will. From base elements is greatness forged. A god's will cannot be disobeyed.
When you think it's all good and then you see like a flare explosion from behind. As similar as 14 to 7. It's not turn-based. Like, first of all. And I would also say that the amount of Final Fantasy VII references is somewhat minimal, but like things like Ruby Weapon is in the game. So there are references. Cloud's hair is something that can technically be acquired in a way.
Only I can guide this star to its rightful place. Denizens of the abyss, from ink, blackest night, I summon you!
Yeah, I'm also confused here. This was the specific case that we had to discuss the circle positions for in the first place. And I believe the supports went correctly to the northeast. Most of them, anyway.
From base elements is greatness forged.
Just a quick check. Just a quick check. For the first kaboom, don't the people that cover in the middle, don't they, some of them need to lean a little bit towards the beacons so they don't take them alone? Or is that incorrect? And what's with that? Are the first beacons just supposed to take them alone? What's going on? Because Sip just died. I didn't. At the first kaboom, there's going to be 4 partner stacks. What killed Sip? I see, Fabric. Well, it is a little difficult to see exactly how, like, to know how exactly the game feels without trying it. So I suppose this is a good time to remind you that if you just download the game, it has a huge free trial with no time limit. You just, like, you can play up to level 70. The first 2 expansions are in it. There are some things you can't do, but you can play the game for thousands of hours without paying a penny. So you could straight up just try it. You could straight up just try it and say, nah, I don't like it, before paying anything. Talio says, if you do get the beacon, you will want to stand slightly on the inside of the marker, not dead in the middle. They might, Fuboof. But yeah, exactly, Fabric. Just download the game and get cracking. It is genuinely, like, you can play the game for a huge amount of time. I'll say, Johnny, hope you're doing well. Exactly, Cole. That was what I was expecting to be the reason. But the part of the problem is that the guide we followed doesn't really talk very much about it. It just kind of shows like an indication of like players leaning in a specific way, but doesn't even call attention to it. They just say people go to mid. So it is something where we kind of need to be told that, because the guide didn't really. It goes up. Hope you're doing well.
Denizens of the abyss, from ink of blackest night, I summon you!
The tank privilege adjustment right there. The
Misfortune hangs heavy on the prideful. Poor cover for one that haven't spawned. The elements flow according to my design.
that doesn't look right. Where did we have 2 fire beacons? Just remember for a moment, guys, that in addition to DPS look west and then counterclockwise, and support look north and then clockwise, you do have to look for someone opposite to what you have. If you have a beacon, you need to look for someone without one, and if you don't have a beacon, you do have to find someone with one. Otherwise, it's not gonna work. Yeah, you could also call it bacon. We're trying to share bacon. Hey, Lone Wolf. Hope you're doing well. You noticed how effective this particular configuration is? Oh, okay, I'll stand my ground, Sip. Man, it's close! Wow! I'm going to start using potions. This might actually work. I know that we actually need to get her to 0 even faster than that, but I'm going to start potting. This might actually be possible. And you remember, the instant that the caloric theory cast starts, you need to make sure you are where you need to be, because you can't move unnecessarily. You have to stop moving and really think about where you're going, because every single pixel of movement is expensive. We have 3 that are not ready. No, Aerodel, the thing that killed us was specifically that I think Ilana moved too much. They went kaboom. Bob says, I found a red mage using Jolt into Scatter during AoE. Jolt into Scatter seems wrong. Unless it's Jolt 2. A very specific level range where Jolt into Scatter is technically a gain on 2, I believe. No, wait. No, wait, no. That's still only on with impact. It has to be impact. In that case, that's weird. That is weird. Exactly, Tally-ho. A level 80 it is. But that's Jolt Impact, not Scatter. And you remember, like, you need to remember that when you take a fire beacon, you go up 1 on the caloric counter. So if you make it where you need to be for the fire beacons with a 4, then it's over. Like, when we say that you really have to meter out your movement, it's like every inch counts. But admittedly, it is surprising that Ilana needed to go north in the first place. Because that's like... That's really a really specific configuration for Ilana to need to go north at all. Given the configuration we're doing. Like, for that to be the case, both ranged. No, Raging Bull, consider the following. Wouldn't another support be more likely to pair with you first? Because they start looking north? So if you had a beacon, Raging Bull, then you should expect to be partnered with another support that didn't have a beacon. And the only way for that to be the case, for that to not be true, and also Ilana needing to pair with you, all 4 supports would need to have a beacon. And I had a beacon. So I'm pretty sure. So, like, it was an I'm pretty sure that Ilana didn't specifically have to go north, but yet technically there's, like, that's the flexibility of it, but remember that we have, like, 12 seconds, so, like, stand in the middle and then really think about it. If other people are being a little fast on the move, you just take more time to think. You have, like, 12 seconds. Exactly, Lone Wolf. It's just I happen to know that because of what I could see, that couldn't possibly be the configuration we had.
I can create well or unmake.
I forgot to use my pot when I wanted to. Oh well.
Only I can guide this star to its rightful place. Denizens of the abyss, from ink of blackest night, I summon you! The heavens bend to my will! From base elements is greatness forged. A ghost will cannot be disobeyed. Misfortune hangs heavy on the trifle. Pour cover for when the heavens fall. The elements flow according to my design.
How much more I can move? Oh right, she's dead. We just have to do the mechanic right.
Only I can
Come in, guys.
to its rightful
Let's celebrate. High fives all around. Probably. Du-du-du-du-du-du. Awesome. It's really scary when you have the wind beacon. You're like, I have 4 stacks. It's like, can I go closer? Like, if you take one step too far, you just explode. And you're standing there like, I didn't, and I might not have had to. Exactly, Mask. She refuses to die until she reaches that point if she starts caloric theory. Right, so there's some people in the party chat is like, I don't actually want the mount at all. In that case, you can pass. Just, you know, pay attention to how many people have the mount so we don't do a clear where it's like literally you. But other than that, if you want the mount, you just need on it. You just need on it. Yeah, exactly. You can greed instead if you're not sure. But if you want the mount, you just straight up just need on it. You also need on anything else. If you want something, you just go for it. If you're not sure, you can also just, you know, pass or greed. Whatever you want. Anyway, and Perrin, hope you're doing well. How many healers or tanks do you really need? Feel like you could skip caloric with 1 more DPS. You need 2 tanks for phase 1. And there are some other mechanics that I think become like unreliable if you don't have 2 healers. Naomi got it. Nice. Right. Before we go in for more mounts, I will be right back. In the meantime, sanity restored. Thank you so much for the 20 more gifted memberships, Bob. That is crazy. Thank you so much. Wow. Wow. The sneaky one. Thank you so much. Right. I assume some other people might also be BRB. You'll have to wait 2 hours for your next ride. Aw, man. Oh, man. Shucks. I wouldn't be silly. I wouldn't be surprised if I had, you know, like sound notifications when there was like when people did stuff. I wouldn't be surprised if the instant I step away, it's like, all right, guys, are you ready? Would not surprise me. But I don't have any of that. Partly because I don't. But I've also been told by some of my viewers, I don't know how many, that they appreciate that the stream isn't like this cacophony of sound effects and notifications from people sending stuff. Hey Tape, hope you're doing well. So for that reason, I'm like, well, I haven't done it in the past. The people that don't mind it to not be there haven't, like, you know, they probably don't mind that it stays that way. Meanwhile, some people, like, specifically, you could say, hid away, fled from the insanity that are many live streams and found a safe haven here. And then suddenly it wouldn't be a safe haven because I suddenly changed things. So if I were to introduce it one day, I don't know how I would do it, but I feel like it would definitely alienate some viewers. I need my constant audio sound effects. Oh, thanks, Cat. It's not quote-unquote needed when you're this good at reading chat. The only stream sound we need is Kai's 9! I have actually... I don't have that one, but if you go into the soundboard on the community server, I have made a whole bunch of sound effects of me saying things for you. If you want to play with that. I believe very few people actually use the Discord voice chat soundboard, but there are various options. There shouldn't be anything particularly obnoxious in there, but it's like classic quotes from me. This looks safe. Should be one. You know, I could make that one because I do have, as those that watch the Mentor Roulette series know, I do have an explosion sound effect. I could absolutely make that. You know, the funny thing is, I think the first one, the first time I did something like that on stream, I think it was daily reclears back in Endwalker. We were in P12N. Conveniently significant for this stream. And as she was doing the intermission thing where she cleaves the middle of the room, I was Reaper casting Harvest. Like, I was doing Soul Sow there. I was like, I think this is fine. And, like, I finished that sentence and immediately died. So if you hear me say, this looks safe, that should be a warning sign. Because a lot of the time when I say that, it usually means I'm not sure if it's safe. And if I'm not sure, then it's probably not safe. Sally says, uh-oh, would absolutely be on my list of sound effects if you added them to your stream. That's also a good one. At least you're saying it with confidence, right? Sometimes. Sometimes. Indeed, indeed, Naomi. Oh boy, phase 1 again. My favorite. And we just need to nail this, and then we get to the quote-unquote easy part. Get this creature out of here. Nice, Joe. Oh. We have the mix-up. Oop. Perish! Tay, we are using Big Kobe's Unsynced guide. Right, that was my job. That was me. It was me, guys. I did it. I did the forgetting thing. It was me. Point and laugh at the streamer. Oh. Yeah, we can just go again. Oh. Now we can go. See, the thing is, I did it again, where I do this thing where I'm like... I look at the other person and think it's their job, but it's not. Hey, Tangle Rat. Hope you're doing well. Oh, she's giving us another chance. Maybe another chance? Nope. Maybe not. I'm tanking now. Right. The lasers. From nothing, I mold this Pepsi Man for some reason. I forgot the part there was a tank boss, so I'm just hanging out here. Some sort of weird limit test.
These chains are forged from the fabric of creation.
Ow.
You cannot escape my eternal gaze.
What happened to us? Were the lasers wrong? We blew up? Yeah, but why? What blew us up? Wrong laser. Okay. That was what it looked like to me. Errol, if that's how it looked when your theory was proven false, then, like, university proof demonstrations would be a lot more exciting. Just sitting there like, and then you reach the conclusion, right, draw the little square, and then someone in the audience just goes, "Blah!"
Show me your all, that I might become divinity manifest.
Or if it's a really old one, there's just a grave somewhere in the world that just goes,
From nothing, I mold.
that would be crazy.
You cannot escape my eternal gaze.
Blarg!
These chains are forged from the fabric of creation.
Oh, right, it's a circle. That doesn't look right.
You cannot escape my eternal gaze.
I didn't make it, and that's because I was leaning the wrong way. Last time that worked, I had specifically the exact opposite laser, so it sort of quote-unquote worked out, and for some reason I just did the exact same way, and then I was like, wait a minute, when I had the wrong debuff. I'm pretty sure, Copper, that you have to actually survive for it to count.
Show me your all, that I might become divinity manifest.
Back to you, Jim.
From nothing I mold life. You cannot escape my eternal gaze.
Why am I the main tank again? A concerning regular occurrence. Bam!
These chains are forged from the fabric of creation. You cannot escape my eternal gaze.
We just need to survive this. She's already. Omae wa mou shinderu. We did it! That was actually pretty fast.
Although I wish so ardently, Yes, the flaws are not mine. This misbegotten world is to blame.
Yeah, copper sulfate, that's the same as me having to dodge the lasers. It's just, for some reason, it's really hard to remember that.
God can fix it. My hands.
She made her hands longer. Oh, right, we need to wipe it first.
I can create worlds
Whee! Or unmake them. Those are hands. We actually reviewed this last time that I said she made her hands into not hands, but you see, like, there's like their fingers. So technically, those are hands. She just made her. She just got really long arms and hands.
I can create worlds or unmake. I will not be denied. Only I can guide the star to its rightful place. Denizens of the abyss, from ink of blackest night I summon you.
It's a line. It's a north-south line.
From base elements is greatness forged. A god's will cannot be disobeyed.
It'll remember that you're still in the left quadrant if you had to do the PlayStation in the left quadrant.
Misfortune hangs heavy on the prideful. Pour cover for one that heavens fall. The elements flow according to my design.
Ow. What went wrong? Did we have someone that had to move twice? Did we have the edge case?
I can create well or unmake. I will not be denied.
Hello.
Only I can guide its path with rightful place.
Can we get that halo on the soundboard?
Blackest night, I summon you. The heavens bend to my will. From base elements is greatness forged. A god's will cannot be disobeyed.
That's a... Yeah, that's just, like, just wipe, guy, I think. I don't think we can do that, can we? We have ordered the wipe.
Misfortune hangs heavy on the prideful. Poor cover for one that heavens fall.
I believe it's 3 and 4 that you like bait those cones around. Just like the one thing you cannot do is preferably don't point it too much, too close to the other side, or you'll kill them. Hey Darkrin, hope you're doing well, and thank you.
I can create well or unmake.
That doesn't look right.
Only I can guide its star to its rightful place. Denizens of the abyss, from ink of blackest night, I summon you!
I think we can recover from that. Circle. I think it's a circle.
Bend to my will! From base elements is greatness forged.
What? Oh.
A god's will cannot be disobeyed.
I just realized she's made herself a crown. See it? She made a crown around the heart. Wait, is that the heart of the beak? Or is that the heart of the beak? Is that or that? Which one? Easy to gear up. Hope you're doing well. Hard to say, Stinger, but I can say my average ice level is 755.
I can create well or unmake.
Oh no, she's a mentor. Wow. She saw that we had a lot of mentors here. She's like, I can do that too. I also want a crown.
Only I can guide its star to its rightful place. Denizens of the abyss, from ink of blackest night, I summon you! The heavens bend to my will!
Oh, that improvisation's huge. Like a hugely improvised improvisation.
Greatness forged.
Zip.
A god's will cannot be disobeyed.
Yeah, once again, it's gonna be a problem.
Misfortune hangs heavy on
I'm going to die if I don't get a lot of assistance. Instead, Copper died. This is pretty much going to be a wipe, I think. Or maybe not. I'm still the tank. Can someone provoke? Never mind. Yeah, remember guys that which of the two of the baited things you participate in depends on what your marker is, so you can't just go, well, usually I go left.
I can create well or unmake. I will not be denied. Only I can guide this star to its rightful place. Denizens of the abyss, from ink of blackest night, I summon you!
Oh, right.
The heavens
Thank you, Zip.
my will! From base elements is greatness forged.
Ah.
A god's will cannot be disobeyed.
Only she can, guys. Nobody else.
Denizens of the abyss, from peak of blackest night, I summon you! The heavens bend to my will! From base elements is greatness forged. A god's will cannot be disobeyed! Misfortune hangs heavy on the prideful. Poor
I repeat once again. The one place you cannot point your bait is towards the other team. It's the one thing you cannot do. You could point it anywhere between two players on your side, but you cannot point it at the other team. It's the one thing you cannot do. Jack says I'd like to report a multiple murder. Multi-kill.
I will not be denied!
Ooh, 267.
Only I can guide this star to its rightful place. Denizens of the abyss,
Holy side.
blackest night, I summon you! The heavens bend to my will! From base elements is greatness forged.
Remember to stay on your side and don't point at the other team.
Cannot be disobeyed.
It looks pretty funky, but it didn't kill anyone, so it's okay. Oh, she's dead. Yeah, I had a feeling. It's okay, cat. It's one of those things where it's like, you moved up. And then it's just, you can't take it back. Yeah, I agree, Cole. That is why I'm using pots. Because it's so close that we might actually be able to skip it. Hey, Catfish Jr. Hope you're enjoying your mount farm.
I can create well or unmake. I will not be denied. Only I can guide this star to its rightful place. Denizens of the abyss, from ink to blackest night, I summon you! The heavens bend to my will! From base elements is greatness forged.
On that? Oh. Well.
A god's will cannot be disobeyed. I can create well or unmake. I will not be denied. Only I can guide this star to its rightful place. Denizens of the abyss, from ink to blackest night, I summon you!
Remember, stay on your sides. Don't shoot at the other team.
Misfortune hangs heavy on the prideful. Poor cover for one that haven't fall. The elements flow according to my design.
I don't know if I can go any further. Please let it be enough. It was not enough. That was me. How far is it you go with the wind beacon?
Rightful place.
Yeah, it was somewhere on 3 as well. How far is it you have to go? It's like here. Inside of 1 and 2. Oh, so I wasn't even close to far enough. Yeah, the problem is that I don't know how much time you, like how much distance you have. The 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 is not very clear. I'm sorry. That was definitely also me. If it not, well, it wasn't just exclusively me.
I can create world or unmake one.
Oh. It's really hard to get that. But just once again, guys, just remember it. Like when you're baiting the cones, like the cones originate from 3 and 4. You cannot point them anywhere near D and B, or people are gonna die.
I can create well or unmake. I will not be denied. Only I can guide its star to its rightful place. Denizens of the abyss, from ink of blackest night, I summon you! The heavens bend to my will! From base elements is greatness forged. A god's will cannot be disobeyed. Misfortune hangs heavy on the prideful. Pour cover for when the heavens fall. The elements according to my design.
So close. I think I was supposed to do something and I didn't. I think? Or maybe it wasn't me. Raging Bull, were you not supposed to come to me? You were in the north. I was in the west. You had a fire beacon. I did not. I was standing there like, I feel like something is wrong. Am I supposed to just stand here? With my head in my hands, or what? An explosion. If we all... anyone that has a burst pod, if you go for it and we get it right, we might actually skip it. Yeah.
Misfortune hangs heavy on the prizes. Poor cover for one that haven't spawned. The elements flow according to my design.
Do remember, I don't know if this was it, but do remember that at first, if you're swapping with someone, make sure you do it before the debuffs are passed out. Like right at the start. Hey Vanek, hope you're doing well. Doodle Bob from SpongeBob. Is that the one that goes, hi, mean I?
I can create well or unmake. From ink of blackest night, I summon you! The heavens bend to my will! From base elements is greatness forged. A god's will cannot be disobeyed. Misfortune hangs heavy on the bridal. Pour cover for when the heavens fall. The elements flow
Nope.
according to my design.
Naomi, you're supposed to go north. You were supposed to go north. I don't know why you were going west. You didn't have a beacon. Tay says, does jumping in that phase count as a movement? I don't know, but I don't want to know. I don't want to check. It does not. Oh, that's good at least.
I can create well or unmake. I will not be denied. Only I can guide this star to its rightful place. Denizens of the abyss, from ink of blackest night, I summon you! The heavens
Nah! Cheater! We had you! I call shenanigans. Lana, go to the right. I could have moved a little to the right. I could have moved a little to the right. I could maybe had made... We could maybe have survived it on the left if we had just leaned a little more to the right. Hey, Emir and Jules. Hope you're doing well. The thing is, Tay, we're basically going into overtime here. I say, BB Love, hope you're doing well. No. Basically, if you fail it, then everyone dies. There's also the part we've used invuln and other things beforehand. And yeah, Kat, I did the same thing on a poll earlier. That I was like, is it really that far? And then we died. Because they ran out. Hope you're doing well. Yeah, I'm just saying, it was so close that it might have worked if us on D just leaned a little tiny bit to the right. And that might have been fine. But we didn't. And just looking at the animation, it looked like it was that close.
Only I can guide this star to its rightful place. Denizens of the
It's bigger than the visual, fair enough.
I summon you.
Sure casts the gate in the knockback. I don't think it does, because if it did, then people would just do that. I guess one of those things where if that worked, then we wouldn't even be having this conversation, pretty much.
From base elements is greatness forged. A god's will cannot be disobeyed. Misfortune hangs heavy on the prideful. Pour cover for one that heavens fall. The elements flow according to my design.
Okay, so a really quick question, because it seems to be a problem. Where does the south arrow have to go to? Like, can someone point it out? Like, grab a marker or something and just place it where they need to stand. Or go there if it's safe to stand there. There. So you need to stand here. Less than that. You just have to... Let's say... So is it in the middle of the marker? We don't have the caloric lines. Right. So it's a line approximately where the one marker is there. So it's past this, like, it's past the line that one is touching.
I can create
Sorry.
or unmake them. I will not be denied.
Target the boss without hitting her, and you can see roughly where it is via the hitbox arrow. Oh! So, guys, it's apparently it's in the hitbox arrow. So you can see, like, where one is. Like, inside the arrow, there should be a line, intersecting. Like, when caloric happens, there will be a line intersecting with Athena's arrow. That's the one. Yeah, I assumed that it would be the same distance Raging Bull. It's just, like, we can say that until we run out of breath, but if someone is having trouble with getting it right in the south, then we need to address that and assume that it might not. So close.
Rightful place. I can create well or unmake well. I will not be denied. Only I can guide this star.
Yeah, I know, right, Emir? It's gonna be a long one. We have gotten one clear so far, just for the record.
Denizens of the abyss. From ink, blackest night, I summon you. The heavens bend to my will. From base elements is greatness forged.
We did caloric correctly, Cole. Ilana, check your options. I don't... and wipe.
A god's will cannot be disobeyed.
Yep, we just go on the pole.
I can create well or unmake well.
Remember to not kill the other side.
A God's will cannot be disobeyed. Misfortune lands heavy on the tribal. Pour cover for when the heavens fall. The elements flow according to my design.
Idle. That's not right. Don't think. Remember, guys, you you have to. You can't start moving somewhere because you think that's what. You basically have to wait until you're 1,000,000% certain that's where you're going. And yes, that does mean that you might have to wait until the very, very last second. But you have to think, because if you go and then second guess yourself, you lost.
I can create world or unmake.
I believe it's exactly when she starts casting it, Viek, which is why I keep going like, Gah! When she starts casting it, because we're this close to just skipping it.
I will not be denied. Only I can guide its star to its rightful place. Denizens of the abyss, from ink of blackest night, I summon you! The heavens bend to my will! From base elements is greatness forged. A God's will cannot be disobeyed. Misfortune lands heavy on the tribal. Pour cover for when the heavens fall. The elements flow according to my design.
Erdal? Let me show you. Let me show you. You see this? You see, I put the marker here. It's okay, Ardell. I'm explaining. You go to here. You touch this. Not here, just here. It's possible that I don't know if Zip was too close, but the explosion came from the left.
I can create well or unmake.
But I'm actually, I appreciate how they actually showed how far you could go, because I saw you could go even further.
Only I can guide this star to its rightful place. Denizens of the abyss, from ink of blackest night, I summon you! The heavens bend to my will! From base elements is greatness forged. A god's will cannot be disobeyed! I can create well or unmake.
Yeah, that happens sometimes, Copper's Fate. When we really put our nose to the grindstone and just try to get it done, that can happen.
Only I can guide this star to its rightful place. Denizens of the abyss, from ink of blackest night, I summon you!
Oh, I know why the south is often empty now. Because I was supposed to be there. Hold. Go, 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 go. Once again, don't have the mount, want the mount, you click need. Same with everything else. Don't have something, want it, go for it. I think I win the music, guys. I think I've got the music. The cat asked a few polls ago, I think, why is South empty? And I know why. If Aradel gets one of the initial beacons and have to swap to D, then I'm supposed to swap with them. As in, I'm supposed to be on C. And I didn't do that even once. Yeah, that was that was 2 mounts in nearly 4 hours. Better than totem parties? Sometimes. Yeah, just I'm bringing Pixelmancer next time. Like, whatever the case in regards to the strategies you're all suggesting, the strategy we're using came from Australia, so... It came from the land down under. Which is weirdly frequent when we have some weird strategy. Is it that, like, where did you get this? Is the most remote strat? Hey. How do I know that song? Is it that obscure, Louis? Anyway, we got to that point hoping that we could get 3 mounts in that time, and then it ended up taking a lot longer to get things right. But yeah, we will at the very least come back 1 more time. We might have to come back 2 more times to get the mounts that we want here. But at least, at minimum, 1 more time. But yeah, if you enjoyed this particular stream, it helps me a lot if you leave a like on it. I'm pretty sure the algorithm appreciates that, so thank you so much in advance. But also, I do think this is a good time to wrap up the stream. So, can Kai say his wrap up spiel without the like part at the start? You can also become a part of the Discord community server, which there is a link to that in the chat right there. There you will find the weekly schedule where you can see what else is coming up in the coming days. I usually update it Sunday or Monday. And I usually also put on a link in the announcement room to the videos and the streams when I put them out. And if you grab the reminder role in the role assignments room, you'll get a notification whenever I post them. As well as an extra one around 15 minutes before the stream starts, so you can catch it right when we go live. And if you'd like to support the channel even more directly, you can become a member of the channel, you can gift memberships, you can use the super chat system, or if you don't like any of that, there's a Ko-Fi link in the description. It all helps support me and the channel directly so I can focus on doing stuff like this with all of you. So thanks so much for the support. But that'll be it from me tonight. So good night, good morning, afternoon, or evening, depending on where you are in the world, and I hope to see you all very soon. Bye bye!